Hi everybody, I'm going to show you how to make my favorite miso soup. It's my own sort of blend that I've worked on over the years. It is oil-free, it is heart healthy, it is super nutritious, and the best thing is delicious. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the ingredients. We have got about half a cup of cut up shallots or onions, doesn't really matter what. I've got about a cup or half a cup, 3/4 of a cup of freshly cut silken tofu, a tablespoon chopped up of ginger, about a tablespoon chopped up of turmeric, and about a tablespoon chopped up of fresh garlic. Now we're going to move into our vegetables. I'd say I've got probably 2 cups. I've got 2 full Roma tomatoes that I've cut, diced up here. Then I've got 2 heads of bok choy, baby bok choy, not the big ones, but the smaller ones. And then probably a half a cup of, that's some fresh asparagus. It's in season, so I'm throwing that in there. About a full carrot, fully cut, and then this is probably 2 cups of fresh kale. Kale's in season right now here in Santa Cruz, and this is also about 2 cups of spinach. And then, as we're going to roll right over here for condiments, we've got the all-important miso. And miso, you use about 1 or 2 tablespoons, but that's all you need. And then I'm going to show you how that miso is prepared. Be prepared with also either some tamari soy sauce, and then I've got a simmering soup broth going here of low sodium vegetable broth, 3 cups, and then 3 cups of good filtered water. Okay, so we're going to put all the vegetables and everything in there. We're going to start with the onions and garlics and turmeric first. Then I got a pot of about a quart of water I'm going to boil up for these buckwheat soba noodles, 100% buckwheat. Pay more and get 100% buckwheat. You'll be glad you did. And then finally, fresh nori. This is seaweed. It's one of the most nutritionally dense things you can eat. It's full of iodine, and it's just packed with all kinds of minerals, even some B vitamins. It's good stuff. I've cracked open this. That's going to be the base of Mindy's and my dinner, and it's just about 2 sheets of crushed up and 2 sheets crushed up of nori in each of those. That's it, and I'm going to see you in just a second. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the shallots, the turmeric, the garlic, and the ginger all into the pot. The tofu is going to go in later, and we're going to let those get started. We're also going to put the carrots in the broth, and then the tomatoes. So I'm putting all my items I want to cook a little bit longer in my combination water and filtered water and vegetable broth. So those are the longer cooking items. They don't need to cook very long. It's just going to be a couple minutes because I don't want it undercooked. I forgot one really important ingredient, chopped up. These are cremini mushrooms. You can use shiitake, white button, cremini, or oyster mushrooms, but a nice big, I'd say that's about 2 cups worth of, these are cremini mushrooms. I want those to cook a little bit longer as well. Also loaded with great minerals and vitamins, great nutrient profile with mushrooms. Eat mushrooms. Okay, so we have our stock. It's been cooking it for about 7 to 8 minutes. So the longer cooking items. Now I'm going to toss in all that kale, the asparagus, the bok choy, the spinach, all in there. It looks like a ton of food, I know, but it's mostly liquid. It's basically liquid and wonderful nutrients. And right there, it's going to boil down. And then I'm going to put in, right now, the tofu goes last in here. So this needs to cook. These guys cook 7 minutes. There's 4 servings in here in my pure buckwheat soba noodles. So I'm going to take about half for 2 servings for Mindy and myself. And I'm going to put there in the boiling water. So I'm going to let those cook for about 8 minutes. Then we're going to take both off. We're going to serve it over the seaweed, and we'll taste it. Okay, here we go. So these have been cooking about 7 minutes. I'm going to take them over here. Shoot. Soba noodles in there. They like you to rinse them with cold water, so that's what I'm going to do. These are beautiful dark buckwheat noodles. Now they're rinsed and ready to go. A couple other things we have to do. We need to take our miso. Miso does not like to boil. Then all the, whatever it's made of separates. So what you want to do is you want to take a little bit of that broth and you want to make a miso broth right there. So that's super hot, the soup. Thank you, Alexa. Alexa, just set the timer for me. So now I'm just making that broth and then I'm going to feed this back into the soup in just a second. So, get that, Alexa, turn the alarm off. Okay, so we got that. Okay, the soup is a light boil. Now I'm going to turn the soup off. And then the last thing is I'm going to take that tofu. The tofu does not need to cook. So I'm going to put, it needs to get warmed up along with the seaweed on the bottom of the bowls there. I'm going to get a shot of that. And there is the silver tofu at the bottom. Then we are going to take some of those beautiful buckwheat noodles. We're going to lay those right on top. Look at those, are delicious looking. Okay, and then we're going to take that miso. The soup's not boiling anymore, so I'm taking all that miso, beautiful miso, swooping it into the soup. Just make sure that when you scoop it in there, the soup's not boiling. Nothing likes to cook at too high of a temperature. Stirring it all in. And the miso will add a nice salty umami flavor to it. And that's ready to roll there. And it's a pretty big thing of soup. I'm going to put a little bit of tamari in there to add a little more saltiness to it. But I think we're still well within not too much sodium. That's the thing you have to watch out about miso soup and in general. We're ready to go. So now, here it is. Take that, and that beautiful soup goes right on top of everything right there. Just like that. Hot, delicious, nutritious miso soup over silken tofu with udon, total buckwheat, 100% buckwheat noodles, and miso soup on top. Yum. It's great. Give it a try. You'll feel great after you eat it. You can save it for a couple more days. It's just awesome.
So this is our third night having this miso soup. 3 nights in a row. It was so spectacular and delicious that we've had a repeat for 3 full nights. That meant that we cooked the first night, but then we didn't have to cook the second and third night, and we still had this glorious dinner. So, Bruce's miso soup, not only amazing to cook and eat with all the wonderful nutrients and deliciousness, but it also saves you so much time because you make enough for 3 days. And that's how you eat healthy, is that you work it into your life by creating a meal that's enough for 3 days. And there you go.